Hey everyone, I'm Baptiste and this is video number 13 of the Justice for Liao Hua campaign, my vow to make videos until Liao Hua becomes a unique and playable characters in the Dynasty Warriors franchise. But you know what? Liao Hua is not the only character that was wronged by Koei Tecmo, and thus the topic of this video is characters that were failed by Koei Tecmo. And by this, I do not mean characters that should not have been there, I'm looking at you, Bao Sanyang, but characters that deserved to be in the games, but just not this way. Here I will share with you my top 5 failed characters, and I expect you to give me your list as well in the comments. And for a long time I would have included Dongzhuo and Dongjiao. They were basically caricatures, but they became so much more interesting in Dynasty Warriors Origins, and even more so with the DLC. So not those two, but other 5 characters. Let's go with them. Number 1, Shuju, or as he was called, Shuchu. And this guy is fun, you know what, I mean, he's really not the most fun character to play with, but he gave us some of the most memorable lines of the franchise. The thing that I really dislike about him is, this look they gave him just doesn't fit the image of Shuju as he was in reality, or even in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. That's a guy who was nicknamed Mad Tiger or Tiger Fool, something like this. That doesn't look like a tiger to me. At best, it's like a placid ox. But this one, in my opinion, is a small mismatch. The next two, oh my god. And actually, I'll put them as one. Zhongbao and Guanxing. Now, Zhongbao and Guanxing, I'm sorry, they just don't work for me. They're just so... Their designs are pretty cool, their weapons, sure, but so much more could have been done with Zhongbao and Guanxing, especially to keep the interest going for the Shu Han story past their father's death. I mean, I know Zhongbao had some interesting moments in Dynasty Warriors 8, I believe, but still, it didn't go very, very far. I don't know, then maybe that's my opinion. Please let me know if you liked those two characters. I don't dislike them, I just don't really care about them, and it could have been so much better. Number 3, Chen Gong. Like, again, this one, alright, he was a bit fun. This one definitely had personality, especially compared to the last two I mentioned, just not the right personality. He's just plain annoying, and there's no respect for the real Chen Gong in this character. We are talking about a guy who raised Cao Cao from a fairly humble title all the way to the equivalent of a governor of his own province, and still decided to betray him in favor of Lu Bu. There is so much that can be done there about this betrayal, and also about the respect that Cao Cao still held for Chen Gong past this betrayal. So Chen Gong was kind of annoying, he's a bit of a wacko, but it doesn't fit neither the historical Chen Gong nor the legendary Chen Gong from all those stories. In any case, I think there is a lot of personal opinion there, sorry about that. Please tell me if you liked Chen Gong. Number 4, Zhou Cong. And yes, I know, this one is really personal because I feel like they could have included Liao Hua with Zhou Cong or instead of Zhou Cong, but now that he's here, it's difficult to bring Liao Hua as well, so really, I'm not exactly happy about Zhou Cong, but on top of everything, he's just not interesting. Like, he runs fast. Okay, what else? Can you give us more about this character? Zhou Cong is following Guan Yu, and we don't really get why. It's like he was in awe at the sight of Guan Yu and decided to ditch everything and follow him for the rest of his life. Nevertheless, so Zhou Cong was for me not a very, very interesting character. I liked his design, I must say. I'm glad they left his hat as it is, but beside this, he's not really interesting, at least as far as I see it. But he might actually become very interesting if there is a follow-up to Dynasty Warriors Origins, because his part in the story of Guan Yu past Chebi should be pretty cool. And last one, number 5. I'm so sorry for this guy, Wei Yan. Now we are talking about a guy whose legacy was mudded for nearly 2,000 years. Poor guy. The guy was in charge of the northern defenses of Shu Han. He was trusted by Liu Bei and even by Zhuge Liang. But simply because of how his life ended, and that point can be debated as well, he was seen as something like a semi-villain, a traitor, which he wasn't at all, right? So that's his reputation. Then it got worse in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, because he was made into an anti-Zhuge Liang figure, which again, he wasn't. And then, as if that was not enough, Koei Tecmo made him into some kind of intellectually challenged character who cannot finish a sentence.
Star fell down?
While in reality, Wei Yan was like a badass commander. He was very intelligent, he was capable of decisions that very few officers would have made. I have no idea why Koei Tecmo decided to make him like this. Now, I must say, I love the design. I love this weapon of his, like this double-bladed polearm. Absolutely love it. He's been one of my favorite characters since Dynasty Warriors 4. But why would you make him like this? I just don't get it. Alright, sorry. That was a bit of a rant here, but feels good. Liao Hua is not the only guy that was wronged. I look forward to knowing what you think of my list, and please share the characters that you think Koei Tecmo failed in Dynasty Warriors in the comments. See you very soon. Or actually, not so soon. I'm going to be on holiday. So see you next time. Cheers.